Welcome everyone to episode 332 of Unboxing Wednesdays for comics arriving in stores on Wednesday, March 8th. No Kevin today, so it's just me, my lonesome, and all these comics. So prepare yourself for a lot of incoherent rambling. So prepare. Over the weekend I saw Logan. How many people have seen Logan? I'm not afraid to admit it. In the theaters, I was openly weeping like a very sad baby. It was the movie, man. I don't know what was up with that movie, but it hit in the feels, right in the heart. I think it was all the Professor X stuff. Old people would just make me sad. Just looking at an old person, I get sad. I don't know why. Just that's how it is, man. You see them, and you cry. Also, Hugh Jackman. Choice. That was a choice performance. I really dug it. And I was so relieved that the action was rated R because, you know, they could do what they wanted and you could tell they could do what they wanted. I mean, sure, some of it was a little over the top, but hey, sometimes you gotta go over the top. Anyways, enough about Logan. That was my little brief review. Let's get on to the boxes of comics we got here in the back. Alright, let's get started with some indie publications. From Toronto's own Joe Books, we got Pirates of the Caribbean #4. Redline #1 by Oni Press. Growing up as a kid, I read some Hardy Boys, not all of them. A couple of them. They're good enough for a child to read. I'm not going to say they're literary masterpieces. But from Kill Shakespeare alumni, we have Nancy Drew and the Hardy Boys. This is like a grim reboot of both these franchises by Dynamite and Anthony Dale Cole from Kill Shakespeare. That's pretty cool. I wonder what kind of shenanigans the Hardy brothers are going to get into with Nancy Drew. Perhaps beer pong gone wrong, you know what I'm saying? The Wicked and the Divine, issue #27. Sky Dolls #1. Josie and the Pussycats #5. We have the Transformers 2017 annual. Look at that. It's got the kind of like Art Nouveau cover to it. That's pretty cool. Transformers needs more Art Nouveau. And a new one out today by Matt Kindt. Yeah, that's right. And a new one out today by Matt Kindt. We have Grass Kings #1. This one looks super cool. Reminds me of Descenders because it's got some watercolor stuff in it. Super awesome stuff. I think I'll be picking this one up. Grass Kings also comes with this Wicked Fiona Staples variant. Ooh, super cool. And we have an Ashcan version of Redneck by Donny Cates and Lisandro Estherren. Long names. They get me, man. So this one's pretty cool. Finally, for the indie books, we have Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Universe #8. This one is an all-Canadian production written by Ryan Ferrier, drawn by Stadium's good friend Adam Gorham. That's right, Adam Gorham. Killing it on all the Adam Gorham stuff. Recently announced he'll be doing a Rocket series, so that's pretty cool. So yeah, if you're a fan of Adam Gorham, as I am, be sure to pick this one up. Alright, moving on to DC Comics. First up, we got Justice League and the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers issue 3. If you guys been reading this, let me know what you think. Seems like an interesting combination. And now they're fighting the Megazord, so whew, watch out. Megazord would beat Superman 100%. We have Superwoman #8, Wonder Woman #18, and it also has this variant cover here. DC continuing on with their polybagged issues. This is Suicide Squad #13. Of course, it's polybagged because it comes with another comic promoting what I think is Into the Badlands. Not 100% sure because it's polybagged. And we have the second cover for Suicide Squad here with tons more fire. Planet of the Apes Green Lantern #2. I wonder what's going to happen here. Maybe the apes are going to throw some poop at them? Come on, man. They're more civilized than that. They don't throw poop. Hal Jordan in the Green Lantern Corps #16. Titans #9. Apparently Bumblebee breaks out. Also, I'm kind of blown away at the numbering right now. I guess because they're coming out twice a month, it's like they're already up to like 9, 18. It's insane. Speaking of numbering, we have Action Comics #975. Can you imagine when it hits 1,000? DC's gonna like poop themselves. It's gonna be crazy. This is Flash #18 and the variant cover for Flash 18. Another polybagged comic. This is Deathstroke #14. Ooh, I wonder if Deathstroke's gonna get out of this one. And going on with the crazy numbering, we have Detective Comics 952. Man, I'd like to meet the guy who has all 952 issues of this. And we got the variant cover for that as well. Alright, moving on to Marvel. First up we have Jessica Jones, number 6. This is Guardians of the Galaxy 1.MU with an awesome cover by Michael Walsh. It's so awesome to have friends who like work in comics, because then you get to see their stuff and you're like, man, this stuff is awesome. And then you go home and you're like, you look at your own stuff and you're like, why isn't my stuff as awesome as this? No, it's very inspiring, and I tend to gravitate towards these people creating cool things, and therefore it inspires me to do cool things. And then I do mediocre things, and then it's like, you know what, that was fine. This is enough. Doc Afra has the 5th issue coming out, or as I like to call her, Doc Afro. Not the afro on the head, you know what I'm saying? Grow up. We also have the 40th anniversary cover for Doc Afra. All new Wolverine 18. If you saw Logan, then you know X-23 is the best, and you know you gotta be reading this. Marvel's also continuing on with their Venomized covers. Look at this cover, oh my god. This Venomized cover, so good. Kingpin, issue number 2. Kingpin's looking a little slim here. I don't know if I like it. Kingpin to me is always gigantic. So, come on Marvel, give him some more weight. Power Man and Iron Fist number 14. Gwenpool issue number 13. And this awesome Gwenpool Venomized cover. Look at that, that's badass. Spider-Man Deadpool number 15. This is part 2 of Death. This is part 2 of Till Death Do Us Part. And the Venomized cover for that. I guess last week was the Deadpool Venomized cover, so they didn't want to have Deadpool as Venom anymore. So they kind of had this blobby Venom attacking Deadpool. That's pretty cool. Inhumans vs. X-Men number 6. Steve Rogers, Captain America number 13. And this wicked Venomized cover here. I really love the mouth. Mouth is creepy AF. This is Old Man Logan number 19, the Venomized cover. This one I believe is by Scotty Young. You can really tell. And finally for this week, a book I've really been looking forward to, Man-Thing. And this one's written by R.L. Stine. That's everyone's all-time favorite childhood horror writer, R.L. Stine. Little do you know that he's also a regular writer for non-children. This is going to scare the hell out of people, and this is going to be awesome. It's really cool too. Tyler Cook does the covers for these. Tyler Cook does Harrow County, so you know it's going to be spooky. I'm really looking forward to reading this one. And of course, as a new Marvel number 1, it's going to have tons of variants. So we have the Venomized variant here, where Man-Thing is a Venom creation. This one where Man-Thing is fighting some type of scorpion situation. And this very moody, cartoony Man-Thing variant right here. Alright guys, it's prize time. So I've gotten closer to the camera and I've stuck a comb in my beard. Because that's how you know it's different, right? I mean, with Kevin gone, it's just me the whole time, and that's no good. JK's, it's awesome, so get used to it. So last week's question, there's a bit of a mix-up because it was thought that I won Best Writer, but actually the award for Best Writer was decided by you guys. So we got a lot of awesome answers. Ken Ives said the best written comic book is Paper Girls. Brian K. Vaughan is a fantastic storyteller. The way the story and art work together is like magic. I agree, man. Paper Girls is like, it's on a whole other level of comic making. Comic Guy Rules says, can't we all say they're all the best? We don't want to hurt anyone's feelings because we all know writing can be hard and we don't want anyone to cry. No, man, there's no consolation prizes. There's no participation awards. It sucks or good. But you're right, writing is very difficult, and it's soul-crushing, really. Sitting alone all the time with nothing but your thoughts. It's crazy, man. It drives me crazy. So you know what? Yes, let's give it to everyone. For everyone who suffers for the art, thank you. You are the best writer. Joel N. Stanley said Ricky should get the award if he slaps that loud-ass baby outside the store. I thought the mall was closed. Ouch, dude. Ouch. We started filming earlier, so the store sometimes is open. And that baby knew we were filming, so the baby's like, hey, get me on film. I want to be on film, guys. Not having it, baby. After when the cameras went off, that's when drop some elbows on some babies. Just bow. JKs, I didn't beat up no babies. I don't condone beating up babies, but if they should deserve it, perhaps you can beat up a baby. Only if they deserve it, and only then with elbows. No knees, no feet, no hands. Strictly bows to the skull. That's it. No, don't beat up babies, people. Cedric Levesque said the Vision is the best comic book. It took Vision to the next level. Dude, that issue 1, probably one of my all-time favorite comics. That issue 1 was nuts. If you've read it, it was crazy, man. It was crazy. But Mike Irish said, I don't know what the best written comic is, but I've been enjoying the heck out of Reborn by Mark Millar. Then again, I thought Civil War II was pretty well written, aside from the premise being an obvious ripoff of Philip K. Dick's Minority Report. So what do I know? Exactly, Mike Irish. What do you know? If you say Civil War II was well written, there's nothing you can say after that that'll make me believe anything you said. Civil War II, not gonna, you know what? It was a finely written comic, but I think Brian Michael Bendis was caught in between Marvel trying to boost sales, or Marvel trying to promote Civil War, the movie, and Marvel really getting stuck in this whole Inhumans thing. I think Marvel right now is in a quagmire of story, and they don't know how to get out of it. And poor Brian Michael Bendis is in the middle of it, and he's like, I'm gonna try my best. And he writes the hell out of these books, but they're not doing too well. But the winner goes to Gollum Smeagol, who said Rick Remender's 7 to Eternity or Brian Lee O'Malley's Snot Girl. Now this wins because everyone should be reading Snot Girl, and I really wanted to put emphasis on this. Snot Girl is so good. I was hesitant to pick it up at first because I was like, this is just like a fashion book about a girl who's like into fashion. Lame. But if you read it, it's really cool. There's a lot of like intrigue and mystery in there. In the end of the first arc, I was just like, what? Come on. So definitely pick it up. The art is like gorgeous too. It's got some really cool stuff, and I'm not even into fashion, but some of the stuff they wear is really cool looking. So please, Snot Girl, pick it up. Congratulations, Gollum Smeagol, you'll be entered into the draw at the end of the month. So this week's question is going to pertain to Nancy Drew and the Hardy Boys. When I was in elementary school, I read a Hardy Boys book, and at the end of one of the chapters, a Hardy Boy jumps into the water, and then the chapter ends with, oh my god, he's not coming up. What happened? And I was like, holy crap, one of the Hardy Boys is dead. This is nuts, this book is crazy. And you flip the page, literally the first line on the next chapter is one of the Hardy Boys pokes his head out of the water. And you're like, what? What? So he's not dead, and you just reveal it. I was so pissed, even as like I think I was like 11, I was pissed. I was like, what the hell? I think the Hardy Boys came out in serialized chapters, so I feel like, you know, maybe when you read it as a book, it doesn't work. Anyways, I'm rambling. I told you I was going to ramble. I'm sorry. But to this week's question, since we're doing a gritty reboot of Nancy Drew and the Hardy Boys, I'd like you to give me a mystery that the new modern adult Hardy Boys will face. So if you can form your answer in the form of Nancy Drew and the Hardy Boys in the mystery of blank, that'd be fantastic. I think for me it'd be Nancy Drew and the Hardy Boys in the mystery of who tapped the keg. So in this, they go throughout the frat house trying to figure out who tapped this keg before the kegger, because now the beer's gonna go flat by the time they get to the kegger. You can't have that. So let us know in the comments a new adult-themed mystery for the Nancy Drew and the Hardy Boys. If you could phrase it as Nancy Drew and the Hardy Boys in the mystery of the blank, that'd be fantastic. That is all for today, guys. Thanks for joining in and stopping. I feel like I should have a theme song like Mr. Rogers, where he's like, hello, it's been fun, and today we're going to read some comics. Dooby-doo comics. Here I am, singing and dancing in a comic show. What has my life become, guys? My life has become entertaining you on the YouTube, and it's great, and I love it. It's fantastic. I look forward to Unboxing Wednesday. Every week is a highlight of my week, guys. So a lot of awesome books. Be sure to pick up that R.L. Stine written Man-Thing. I think this is R.L. Stine's first comic. So first appearance of the Stine. There you go. There you go. So thank you everyone. Please connect with us on any of the social medias or the websites here. Be sure to check out Comic Box. I don't think we talk about Comic Box ever on the show, but Comic Box is super cool. Happily Ever After was in it. I was super happy about that. You could say that that was my happily ever after. Shut up. That was terrible. What do you... Come on. Anyways, thank you for joining us, and I'll see you next week for comics coming out next week.